So let's talk a little bit about optimizing cloud operations.
Okay.
Uh, Give me a sense of how many different teams or business groups do you enable cloud to cloud resources?
I would say that's organization wide. It's not, the cool kids and the non-cool kids. Sorry to use that comparative. It's really portions of services or capabilities that we would deliver to the organization. So think in terms of platforms. So you may have a platform or two that would be cloud-based in a specific area, and maybe a platform that would not. It isn't. We're not cutting the layers, if you will, by sales. I'll make up some groups here, but sales would have cloud or public cloud or some form of platform to support that, versus finance doesn't. It's really some payment systems and methods of billing or invoicing and receiving payments, maybe cloud-based. Others, if you think about a traditional GL or some traditional reporting, I think it's a better example, might be data center slash, I'll just say premises. I don't mean that literally, okay? Might be premises based, but deep analytics, machine learning, AI support, which we do, that would be cloud. And those services and capabilities being delivered into the financial area of the organization would come from those two different sources.
And when you're thinking about empowering innovation throughout your organization,
Yep.
how are you managing allowing that, but still putting some policy around?
Well, so innovation is great, both literally as well as figuratively, and supporting it in the culture and everything else. So let's talk about, well, it's great to say, but how do you do? Okay. I think there are terms, cloud being one of them, that people use, that there's two of you and I are talking, and I bet I have one definition and you probably have another, right? The old joke is you get 10 people in a room to define cloud and you come up with 14 different answers. The comment here, though, is around innovation. It's DevOps. All right. So we actually use that term, but I would say many of the individuals that might see this at a later date would say, yeah, that's not how we define it. And you'd be right. Okay. So from a DevOps perspective, from a Fusion team, agile development, those are all buzzwords, but let's just say the group sandbox, want to go play, etc. That is really, really great stuff to throw into the cloud. It is absolutely great. Spin it up, spin it down. It also allows people to go and tinker and play, and therefore we've actually taken a step back from having strict security, etc. If you're just going to go play and it's going to be fake data and it's not going to be real, and you're doing it as a proof of concept or even a proof of technology, go for it. We actually empower and give provisions to a lot of technical folks outside of enterprise technology to just go, do, enjoy, have fun. When it comes time, however, to load real data, that's when we'll overlay security policies. That's when we'll say, all right, maybe you need to shift from this type of area to this other type of area that might be a little bit more secure. It could be on the same platform, but we're just going to shift it somewhere else. So in then you would have, and now I'm going into production. What am I need it to be resilient, industrialized, scalable. You start throwing all of these compliance issues on, privacy, GDPR, for example, geolocation of data, Patriot Act in the United States, et cetera. Well, we don't want to do that at innovation, because you'll never innovate. You'll burden everybody with it so much that they'll say one of two things. Either forget this, we just won't do it, or they'll say forget you, we'll go around and do shadow IT or something else, right? So for innovation, it's awesome. It is really, really great. You're still going to have some challenges, though, with respect to controlling your spend and monitoring usage and everything else, but I really can't think of a platform that would be better suited.
For your live data,
Yep.
the real data part of it. I mean, does IT need to have visibility down to all of those instances?
Yes, but I'm going to come at it from a little bit of a different perspective, which is from a security and compliance viewpoint, right? We have to know where the data is, especially when you start talking about again, geolocation or multiple jurisdictions. And we'll go right to the biggie, GDPR. So if you're bound by those, you absolutely need to have line of sight to it. Bad things happen if you don't. So from that perspective, I would say absolutely. When it comes to, do you need it just because? Well, no, but that just because becomes more business centric, right? We do need to know where our data is located. We do need to make sure that it's secured. We are a professional services organization, so we are audited by our clients all the time. We have security questionnaires that come in, et cetera. We need to be able to answer those. Therefore, we need to have that line of sight into the data.
Hope you heard a few things that triggered some new thinking for you. We do these conversations on IT topics weekly, so please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get updates on new content, as well as you can post comments and, more importantly, suggest topics that you'd like us to address. You can see that we have some pretty amazing resources, so please let us know how we can help you on your upcoming digital transformation and enterprise IT projects. Thanks very much. Until next time.